What's going on, guys? Hey, I got some bad news for like them Sue Happy people like Roy and Jen, especially Jen. You might want to go watch Tammy's video from today. It's like I think it's 30-some minutes long, something like that, 37. Oh, Eli didn't do so well in court. Yeah. Even the judge, you know, the funniest thing, could you imagine the judge hearing the part about Eli telling women to meet men late at night in the Safeway parking lot? Yeah, go watch the video. It's fucking hilarious. But see, that's the thing. When people think like the internet, they forget that the internet is the internet. I mean, if somebody is harassing you and they're like coming to your house or they're calling your phone, you know, shit like that, if they're, you know, going out of their way to get in contact with you to make sure you see it, that's one thing. But when it's on the internet, like this video here, if I talk shit about somebody and they come here and watch it, and I'm not saying, you know, like I'm not saying nothing to hurt nobody. I'm not, you know, lying about nothing. I'm not, you know, defaming anybody's character. There's nothing illegal about that. It's like people saying, oh my God, you can't tell people to not go to, or you can't tell people to unsubscribe from a channel. It's against YouTube TOS. No, it's not. No, it's not. You better look that up. I mean, if you did it like maliciously and you was doing shit, I mean, but again, opinion's an opinion. See, YouTube's TOS is still got to follow the Constitution. You know, if they do business in America, any company, it's still, they can't, their TOS can't trump the United States Constitution, and freedom of speech is freedom of speech. But I don't know. It's, people are fucking nuts. It's like, see, again, I'm not going at anybody. Yeah, Bobby, I'm talking about you, but I'm not going at you, I swear to God, on this. I mean, this is just, because I've heard you mention this before, Bobby, where you said you could see where people, if they seen you, motherfucker, pick a lane, not this one. If people seen you certain places and people was talking shit, they could see how you would get, you know, or they could get upset about that. Well, that's the thing, Bubs. Last night, right? See, if you, on the lounge, I went off without saying anything. The reason being was I had walked the dog, and it was like fucking freezing last night. I mean, you know, I think it was in the single digits, the wind chill and shit. So by the time I got all, you know, suited up, I forgot to turn off my Wi-Fi. So when I walked away from the house, it knocked me off the panel. So I was like, fuck it. You know, then by the time I come back, it was getting late, so whatever, right? But anyway, I'm like, you know, clicking around, seeing shit. Then I happen to go to Discord. And as Bobby was in the lounge chatting away, you know, you got Jen in there saying shit like Flex is trying to dox her. Or, you know, trying to get her to dox herself or some shit. Jen, I mean, I can't tell you this. I mean, this is the last time. Nobody gives a fuck where you live. No one gives a fuck who you are. I'm not being rude by that. I'm just being 100% honest. But see, that's the thing. Bobby was in that chat. As he's in the lounge, he's in that chat typing away. Now, again, he's not, you know, saying anything bad. He's not. But by Bobby being there and typing, that's telling Tracy, is on Tracy's channel. It's telling her, it's telling Jen, it's telling who the fuck ever the other dumbass is up there. It's telling them it's okay to do that shit because people still going to support it. So that's the point of it. And see, nobody really thinks about that shit until it happens to them. Because Bobby, how would you feel if somebody was like, you know, saying terrible shit about somebody and say your family, right? And as they're doing that, maybe, you know, we're not agreeing, but we're in the chat, you know, chatting away, right? Then it could be after they do it or before, but we're still there. So that's still supporting that person. You know that would make you feel a certain way. And the shit they've done to us, like Tracy sitting there, you know, Blaze has got a wrench, she highlights his comments. You know, if that would have been her daughter, imagine if that would have been one of somebody in her family. She would not like it, because again, when she would just see the cherry fucking avatar thing, she said she was getting ready, you know, she was done with YouTube. She was done, it ruined her day. You know, she had told the story how she had sat and, you know, forever in lives and wouldn't even chat because she was very shy. Then what Cherry did almost made her leave. So again, I mean, it's just, people don't give a fuck unless it happens to them. That's like Torp. You know, like that when Torp that night, he kind of, you know, went kind of hard at Bobby. Some people are like, damn, but imagine getting up, getting on the internet, and you see a video that had dire consequences in your life. I mean, bad shit happened. And now you see people, they know who put that up, right? And they go to a channel that lets that guy up on the page, like Roy's. Even though Roy didn't put that up, he supports the fuck out of Reese. The whole time he was sitting there saying Reese doesn't lie. Roy literally said, Reese doesn't lie. He just tells the facts. He just, you know, Reese has everything. So according to Roy, again, you know, I guess that's Roy saying that what Reese put up about Torp he agrees with, because in a roundabout way, if you're saying he doesn't lie, Roy, that's what you're saying. You're also saying, Roy, that if you go to his channel and you see where he's calling you a thief, he's calling you racist, he's calling you all kinds of shit, and he'll do it again, but he's calling you all that shit, right? You just told us all that Reese doesn't lie. Now see, he also calls us racist. He calls Flex racist all the time, but see, Flex will tell you, he'll be the first to tell you Reese is full of shit and Reese lies his ass off. Flex doesn't waver on that. He's never, he doesn't, just because somebody doesn't like somebody, he doesn't let that person come back around and kiss his ass just because he can get at that person. That's you guys. But again, Roy and Jen, it's bad timing on this shit. I mean, Roy's, it had to be Jen probably giving her that legal advice, because I mean, that's the only person I know that, uses Google to try to fucking, type shit out. She's again, she's an idiot. She don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Don't worry about the GPS. I know where I'm going. Fuck them. But if you come on a public platform, and see, Roy, you say that yourself. I mean, you're talking about suing people for, saying shit about you that's true. I mean, just responding to your videos. And as you're saying that shit, saying, that they, that can't we can't talk about you. You're telling, like, Torp that it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine what Reese did to him, because it's his fault, because Torp had that first part of the video on, YouTube. So, according to Roy, is like any picture of you on YouTube or anything, video you put up, anybody can take that video. They can use AI to, make it look like a whole different fucking, scenario, and they can put that up about you, and that's fine because it's your fault. But now, of course, Roy, again, he's, Roy, he I guess what is that commandment? Do unto others as you would have them, what the fuck ever it is. But Roy thinks that, but Roy just thinks, he can do no wrong. You can do shit to him. Again, the Thunder thing. Last night, I finally got, time to go back and kind of watch that when he was up there, because when he was up there the first time, I couldn't hear most of it because I was arguing with them idiots in the chat, and I have no idea why I do that. A bunch of fucking losers, and I'm sitting there arguing with them, and I should have been listening to that, because, Thunder pretty much handed him his ass. Thunder fucking, he was, very calm. Roy contradicted himself so many fucking times, it was ridiculous. Said all kinds of shit. See, one of the things he said was that when Thunder just asked him, like, Roy, why did you not, why didn't you just reach out to Flex and ask him to take it down? Then he starts saying again that, he had put, videos out. Now, Tracy in the comments was like, oh, he has said it for months. He has said it a bunch of times. He has said it for months. But then Roy admits that he had done it in, he said about 2 live streams. He said he doesn't know where they're at. At first, when Thunder asked, he's like, oh, I don't have time to go find those. So, Roy, if you don't have time to go through your own shit and you're the one that said it, what makes you think Flex is going to sit there and watch every second? If you can't even watch, you ain't got time to do your own shit, remember what you said, why should Flex have to do that? You didn't warn Flex. Warning Flex would be calling, texting, something like that, or coming on the lounge and saying it, but you never done that, Roy. And Tracy, everybody knows you're a fucking liar. You're a flat-out fucking liar. You did the same thing with Serb, saying that same fucking thing about, oh, Serb told us months ago that picture, and she literally says that. Serb told us months ago that picture wasn't him. But yeah, he had just put the picture up 2.5 weeks before it. See, she don't know. She just tries to say shit, and she's such a fucking idiot that when she lies, she literally tells on herself. So, that's the thing about it. You guys put no thought into shit. But again, Roy, you sat there and you said, you didn't have to warn nobody. You told everybody. You said it wasn't about Flex. You didn't give him. You gave everybody a warning. It was a blanket. You gave a blanket warning to everybody. That included Flex, Jaded, Thunder. That included, you even said Reese. But the thing about it is, Reese has done all kinds of shit to you. You said that yourself, Roy. But when Reese did put up a video about you, you didn't strike him. You called him and asked him to take it down. A guy who had fucked you over several times. You don't do nothing to him. You just call and ask him. But a friend that's helped you out and done all kinds of shit for you took his fucking channel down. You're a piece of shit, man. You really are. Dude, there's no coming back from this. And again, the people who go both chats and sit there and support that shit, And don't ever, the people who go to all the chats and think they're, you know, because some people they do go to chats and they don't say much, but it's still, if you go there and you type, you are telling them people that what they're doing is okay. So like Roy literally took down a channel. Reese made up videos about people. I mean, like, he could have ruined Torp's life. And people still go where he's at on panel and they'll type in the chat like it's everything. Then they'll say, oh, you know, I don't talk shit though. I'm just neutral. You can't be neutral in scenarios like that. Also, you know, it's like, you'll hear people say like, oh, I wish the drama would end. You know, this stuff has gone too far. But see, the thing about that is it's went too far a lot of times and we keep seeing it. What happens is people keep doing shit, right? And just like with the Cherry thing, you know, they kept doing shit, people kept supporting them. Then finally they went too far. Same thing with Roy taking down the lounge. People kept supporting it, and he kept getting worse and worse, and finally he took down the lounge. Now, you know, he's, you know, got a lot of blowback from that, but there is still some people go fucking support him. Tracy is doing the same shit. They're talking about suing people. They're lying their ass off, saying people's trying to dox them. They're trying to sabotage Jen's business. Tracy's just a fucking liar. Jen is too. And if Jen, she's like, oh, you called me a liar, prove that. Here's how you're a liar, Jen. Flex does not give a fuck where you live. Flex is not trying to dox you. Flex is not trying to get you to dox himself or yourself. Nobody gives a fuck about you or your business. That's how you're lying. Trust me. I have no, like I said, you have told me which state you live in. I have no fucking idea. I didn't even care enough to remember it. And that's not being mean, that's just being honest. But see, like, Bobby, when you go over there and keep typing in Tracy's chat, they're going to keep doing worse and worse shit. You know why, Bobby? Because they're getting away with it and people still supporting them. And again, I'm not going at you, Bobby. I'm just telling you, you wonder why people call you a fence rider. You wonder why people are making all the jokes on both sides. Because both sides see you going both ways. See, you know, that's one thing about our side. The only person that really ever wavered that we could really say that, you know, would act like they're on our side, that would be Roy. He would come and go both sides. You know, he would come over there. He wouldn't talk much shit about the other side of the lounge because he knows they would shut his ass down and be done with him. But he would get mad at, you know, the lounge or Flexer and somebody over there, and he would run back over there. Now, he would talk shit, let them talk shit, laugh his ass off. You know, he knew they were lying. He would never call it out. But again, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. And if you all really want the drama to end, it's very simple. Call out the bullshit. Call out the lies. And again, stop going to these fucking channels that fucking, you know they're lying. So stop typing in their fucking chat as they're lying and supporting, and they'll stop it. We're going to, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Central Brazilian time. I think it's like 6 p.m. your time, Roy. We're going to burn your ass, buddy. See y'all later. Y'all are going. All you motherfuckers can go fuck yourself. Eli, if you hear this, buddy, goddamn. You're telling people legal advice, and man, that was terrible, the shit you done. I mean, you're an idiot. Anyway, the rest of y'all have a good one, and happy Lunar New Year.